Welcome to State of Smite, Episode 1. Today is February 7th, 2014. I am joined today by Sir Sio from Cloud9. He's the team captain, the mid laner, and you can see all of his lovely information right there. Sio, welcome to the show.
Hello.
And also we're joined by NQ from Team Q. He's the solo laner, and his information is over there. NQ, I actually have a quick question. Is it called Team Q because, like, most of you guys have a Q in your name? Proxy QQ, NQ.
Actually, it's called because, Proxy QQ and me, we have the Q in the team, and we try to, like, get our team members into renaming to Q, like Captain Twig with the Q, Poang Q. But yeah, they didn't want to. So the Team Q hype wasn't that good.
Didn't quite work out like you'd planned. Well, fair enough. All right, well, we have a short list of topics today. We're going to keep the episode short, sweet, and to the point. So the first thing we wanted to go over was post-hit delays, and what does that really mean for Smite? I mean, everybody's talked about this is, it means all this, it means this, it means this. I wanted to hear from you two guys who are on top pro teams about, does this change the game as a whole? Like, is it completely different now, or is it not really that big of a deal? You know, so give me your thoughts. I guess Sai will go first.
So I think it has more of an impact on casters, to be honest. So as in, like, Poseidon was, for example, a really big change for it. Because before that, using a free or any spell before the Kraken, you had easy time to react to it, right? So you could just, like, dash out or whatever. But with the current situation of, like, 0.1 seconds, I think that just the comboing of spells gets way easier with the reduced post-hit delay. Because you can just, like, cast faster or auto-attack faster. And I think it's a great change to the game. It brings a better flow into it. If everyone has, like, the same post-hit delay, as in, 0.5, 0.8 before. So I kind of like the change. And I think it benefits casters more than it does to bruisers or general different, like, warriors or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's my take. I like it. It's not like a really impactful change, right? As in game breaking, but I really like the change. You can pull off a bit more combos, and the game feels a bit more fluid because of it.
Okay. NQ, what do you think?
Yeah, it's like you said. It's just it makes just more mages viable. If you see Vulcan, like he's always been kind of viable, but also not viable. He's in a different. It's in a tight spot, and even with these changes, I think he's a bit more viable now. Because hitting the free will be much easier with the one to combo, and yeah. I don't really notice it much because, like, I'm more the bruiser player in the solo lane. That's why Psy can, like, tell more of it than me. So
yeah. Like I said, it doesn't affect really, like bruisers or ranges, whatever. Yeah. It's more for casters. It's like it adds to the how fluid the game feels like to play. They started with Ep1, which I just didn't like at all because he was the only one who got it. But since everyone got it now, I think it's nice and I like it. It just, I don't know, it feels better than before.
Cool. I guess kind of a relatively off-topic question. In general, would you guys say the game is pretty balanced?
Do we count Nemesis?
No, not yet.
Or
you want to give her 2 weeks of,
getting
in there and finding out that she is broken or not broken. But we'll talk about Nemesis in a minute, though.
I think I saw a tweet today. They want to fix it already. Iris, it's like whatever. Like I have no clue. I think the game is pretty balanced. There's some stuff that is really strong compared to, like, let's say Hebo, for example, right? He's not the strongest in lane, as in, like, he's easy gankable. It's hard, like, to play very, like, he's meant to be played aggressive, right? But you need to go very close, which means you're easy to gank, right? But if you can, like, keep up till mid-late game, he gets, like, ordinary strong, right? It's like, you just need to get your ult off and you just, like, win a team fight with it, right? This is a bit unbalanced, I think, so it might need some adjusting, but there's more than that, But I think overall the game is very balanced. It seems to me, at least.
That's cool. Thank you. As you answer the question.
Yeah, if we, like... yeah, I'm already typing the answer, but it can wait. What was the question again?
Do you like Do you feel comfortable with the balance of the game?
Is balanced, yeah.
Too bad, too good. Too good.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, if we have the same bans every time, that means if Hyra starts to tweak those bans, then it gets balanced. But we have the same bans every time. It's like Zeus, and what was it? What else?
Agni.
It's always like Zeus. No, Agni is not a ban actually in Europe. That's more of an NA thing. Because I feel like they just don't want to play it, right? I mean, Agni is strong, it's hard to gank, right? It's like beast in team fights. It's overall a very, very like versatile mage, and this is why he's picked. You know, I don't enjoy playing Agni, but I pick him over any other mage if I can, you know?
Yeah.
Just because he has a dash.
I think all the mages are in the same. All the mages are pretty like at the same level. I think you don't see really that mages like first picked or second picked much. Only like Freya. Yeah. But I think the mid lane mages are in a good spot. Besides,
me too.
Zeus.
So what do you like about Zeus?
Yeah, Zeus is, I don't know. Zeus is a thing, I don't know. I have no clue what to say about Zeus. Like, it is.
Yeah, it's either you nerf him and he's unviable, or you just let him stay and he's viable. It's so hard to.
It's a bit retarded, I think.
It's just like if you give him a kit that lets him be viable, it's just obnoxious. And if you give him a kit that's
because of his ultimate, I think the ultimate is the main problem. I think it's like too strong for what his free does, right? I don't know. You could even make it global, for example. You know, you could be like, well, when I hit my ultimate for the same amount of time, there will be a little cloud appearing over everyone's head, and it's like what? How big? Let's say, like the size of an inner circle of the Kraken, right?
Mm-hmm.
It applies stacks, right? So you could just like walk out of it. It wouldn't be strong, right? In team fights,
right?
Like, but if you can see someone down, it like helps to kill something, right? For example. But the big AOE ultimate in the team fight is just too much, I think. I don't know. If it just would like it wouldn't really help your mid lane because you could just walk out, so you would need CC for that. And for your CC, you would need 3 stacks, and then your ultimate is worthless anyways.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The duration maybe.
Yeah, but if you nerf it too much, the ultimate is useless again, you know?
Fight. Yeah, no, but you can split up a whole team fight just with the ultimate.
Yeah.
You don't even have to hit people. It's enough to zone them out.
You throw down the Zeus ultimate, everybody runs like roaches in a lighted room.
Yeah.
I mean, just everybody out fast.
Yeah. Also the second spell, I feel like the second spell of Zeus, even though they nerfed it, right? I think the right nerf would have been that you don't apply sticks anymore. Like, I don't know, like, it's like, you kill mages generally with bruisers. Other mages don't kill other mages in team fights. The positioning is just not there for this, you know? One mage is at one side and the other mage is the other side of the team fight, right? So you don't really go for the whole team and try to kill the Zeus as a mage, right? So who goes on a mage? The jungler? Probably a melee, right?
Yep.
The solo lane bruiser is probably melee, right? Or the range AD who is hitting with auto attacks as well, right? So Zeus has a pretty easy time 1v1ing all of those, right? Which means to beat Zeus, you just have to go all in, right? To roll over the whole team, which exposes your backline, which makes you very weak in team fights. And if you don't pick him off, then you just lost the team fight, right?
Yeah.
So I think his 2 is like something they should need to look at it, because he just gets a free full stack on him, you know? And then a stun, and then the high damage, and then you just tell your team, turn on this guy, and he's dead. That's also a big problem, you know?
So do you think
you cannot really fight him one-on-one?
Do you think they need to just look at his kit as a whole and
I think they should try it. I think not reworking, but I think just try to nerf the 2 or just rework the second spell. Like, I don't know, it doesn't make sense. It's like too strong in one-on-one situations. I think like he has his auto attacks, he has his 1, he has his ultimate and the second spell to build up stacks for the free. This is too much, I think.
I see. Yeah.
Like he has too much stuff to build up stacks on too fast.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Thank you. Do you have any further on that?
Yeah, remove Zeus from the game. My only concern.
Yeah.
No, but it's right. He's right. Like this, the 2, it just gives him too much. They made a call in the right direction with removing the slow immunity, but Captain Twig of my team, our mid laner, he just starts to build like first item after boots, winged wand on Zeus, and so he has the same effect again, and it still makes him so OP now. So they have to still nerf something else then. It just
you are sacrificing
get
a whole
so
item
much
slot for that though.
Yeah, but you do it anyways for a defense item. You do it for a defense item regardless, Is it a Mage's Blessing now on a caster? Or is it whatever, whatever, Mail of Renewal or whatever you might, whatever. You don't need it. When you have Zeus and you have a Winged One, for example, like you said, you're just uncatchable, right? And if they catch you, you just did so much damage that your team cleans up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider it a waste of slot because it's 375 health. That helps you against everything.
And movement speed.
Then you have the cooldown reduction.
Yep.
The movement speed also. And the cooldown reduction. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's insane.
It's pretty strong. It's a pretty strong item.
So why don't you see that on more mages then? If it's, or do you? Then it's just not in mid-tier or lower-tier play at all.
Oh. No, what do you mean? Consider Winged One on more mages?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't really need it on other mages, as in, like we said, Zeus, you can't catch him because he gets the speed up of the 2.
Yep.
And then you're immune again because of Winged One, and then you just build up stacks while they try to chase you, right?
Yep.
Other mages would just get chased down or stunned dead, right? Zeus just ults under him, can run out, won't get slow, and then get the stun off, right? It's just really beneficial for Zeus, I think. I mean, you can build it on other mages, but it's not that efficient.
Fair enough.
Just what makes Zeus strong, was this. So get Winged One, and you have the same effect again. Even stronger.
Yeah. All right, well, I guess we'll wrap that up there before we talk about that for the rest of the day, because we could easily. So we want to talk about Nemesis. We want to talk about Nemesis.
Ooh.
Have you guys got to play Nemesis? I am already Mastery 1 on her because I did that yesterday. I just got to get that number has to be 49. I can't do it any other way. NQ, since we started with Sile last time, what do you think of Nemesis thus far?
Let me just say, on patch day, I just randomly queued casual, and I got with Xalia in the team, okay? Just saying I was higher elo, okay? And he picked solo lane, reported anyway. But we played against we both were really fat, and we just couldn't win the game because she one-shotted me. She was on 10% HP, she popped her shield, and she was 100% HP again. Then she popped her shield again, and was 100% HP again. I can't even describe it in words how OP she is. And her damage is obnoxious.
I know what they need to change.
I don't even know if it's intended. I don't know if it's intended, but her shield makes her immune to tower shots and immune to Titan hits. And she even gains health from the Titan.
Yeah, you're immune for 1 second damage. And then you gain 50% of all the incoming damage. And you reflect it.
Oh, wait, no, you're actually immune? Wait.
Yeah, for 1 second you absorb all incoming damage. Yeah. This is why it's so broken.
Wow.
This is why she heals so crazy, This is for example, Ep1 ultimate, you hit your free, you get no damage, you get healed 50%, let's say round number 1000, you get healed 500, you reflect 500 damage, and this all because you popped your shield, right? And this ultimate is useless. I think either take the spell completely out, make something else, just a shield or something like Gap, or make it maximum 25%, right? And the ultimate is the same thing. Maximum maybe 30% HP. Don't. Seriously, the ultimate combo, I played her a bit, the ultimate is way too strong. The movement speed you gain, the slow you apply, and the damage you do is just way too high. Way too high to deal with, personally. The 2 is fine, the 1 is fine, I think they shouldn't touch it. The passive maybe also, it's 15%, something like this. It takes away 15% of damage and gives you 15% physical power.
You get, every time you whack them, you gain 5% and they lose 5% per hit of physical and magical power.
So it's 15%. I think it stacks 3 times, right?
Yes, so it will be 15%
total. It stacks 3 times, yeah. So it's 15%, yeah. Which is and then you have a Bloodforge on top of that. I hit 890 AD on her, which is insane.
Yeah.
And, like I said, don't really touch the 1 and the 2. You need it for wave clear. It's pretty fine, so you can play it in lane. But definitely nerf the shield or change it and nerf the ultimate. I think then they need to try it again.
I don't like her too. There's no reason for it to be such a wide cone attack. You always
don't
aim
deal
for
damage
the
on the
middle
outside
one anyway.
But you don't deal on the outside.
Why even have it then?
I don't know.
Why even have it then? I would say make the middle one a bit longer. And remove the side ones. It's just better for the solo lane to have the wave clear, to hit all of them. it's so hard in Solan against the Bruiser or whatever, because you can't clear the wave, because you can't hit everything.
Yeah, you can't hit the entire wave.
And you don't need the side ones anyway.
Yeah, that's true. But
I wonder why they did add that.
I don't know.
I always wondered that because I'd like do all this thing, swing through all the people on the side, and it's like, what happened out here? Oh my God! If my dad doesn't stop calling me. Pardon. Although her reflection, it reflects up to 50% at max rank. It starts off at 30%, and so it reflects 30% and heals.
It starts off at something that's crazy for 1 second, right? Pop it in the right time, and you're golden.
Yeah, that's how it is. So I mean, you can still, even if you get hit with an Ao Kuang ultimate, it'll reflect a ton of it back to him. It'll heal you it'll heal you the amount that it took away. So theoretically, you should negate it. I mean, but then you should still.
Huh? Yeah, you get no damage. No, you get no damage. I don't know if it's bugged or not, but you get no damage when you have the shield active for the first thing that hits you.
More bugged.
You can retry it. It could be bugged. I don't know, but I played it a few times and I always say it's insane. You know, Kraken or whatever. You just do your shield.
It's a
no damage.
Free ages.
It doesn't stop CC though.
It's pretty strong. No, it doesn't stop CC. That's true.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not a free age.
It doesn't need to stop CC.
Well, yeah, I guess it would.
Yeah, sure, but it's just
it just doesn't make sense if you take take Chang'e for example. She has the exact same thing, but without anything else. She has she can make herself immune to any ability, like Nemesis can.
Yeah, but Nemesis can get stunned. Nemesis, she can get CC'd with the shield. So if you stun her, it will be taken away.
You stun her, you'll just get the damage.
Try to stun her in this 1 second.
No, she'll be
have
stunned.
this 1 second
try to stun in this 1 second.
No, if you spear her into
a wall. But try to stun in the time but you need to
you have to actually
time it.
It's like Aegis.
It's still broken,
it's like
ability.
Pressing Aegis on the Loki ult.
Yeah.
It's just lucky.
Yeah, I mean it does.
It's too strong. The shield is too strong and the ultimate is too strong.
So how would you fix? You want to fix the 3? What would you do? Just turn down its healing / reflection damage?
Maximum 25%. Maximum of 25%.
Okay.
A maximum of 25%, not 50. And I don't know. Try it from there, I guess. And start with 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Don't start off with 25. No, it will be strong early game.
Is the damage reflect really that makes it broken? I didn't really have that much problem with the damage reflect. It was more of the healing that was a problem for me.
Yeah, but it's the same. Damage reflect is still strong, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
What if they left the damage reflect alone? Well, You think, I
don't know. You would have to see. I would just say 25.
You either gotta
you cannot fight her 1-on-1 if she's so much damage reflect.
Or
if she's so much damage reflect and pops the 3 in the right time, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's too strong, the shield overall. Just give her a healing. Don't give her damage reflect. Or only damage reflect. No, I would try it 25. Believe me. I don't know. I would just try it if I would be high risk, but whatever.
Well, if you take away the healing and only damage reflect, then 25 is too weak.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe But she doesn't even need the 3. She's strong anyways.
So what else, aside from the 3, is there anything else that you think really needs to be looked at? I know, NQ, you wanted to make the
ultimate
range of it longer for the 2, and you wanted to nerf the ult some?
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried it at level 5, went Girdle and Red Pot in mid, and I just popped the Girdle, Red Pot, ultimate in my 2, and 1 auto attack, and GG for any mage. And you can't escape because of the slow and the crazy speed buff she gains, right? And the slow and the 2 on top of that. And then I have the shield, and then I have a double dash. I mean, there's not much you can do against this. It's like an all-in at level 5, and it's like a free kill for you, every time. And the range on it is crazy, and you cannot miss it. So I think it's too strong.
Do you think it should be...
I think they should turn...
They should make it to where
they need to tune down the slow,
not hit them.
Yeah, they should definitely add this because, I don't know, maybe make it a bit bigger than the circle, but sure, that's true.
It'd be it would be if he buffed Loki to where he could only ultimate when he
but you can miss your Loki ult because but then you cannot escape anymore with Loki ult, right?
Right.
So yeah.
And no kill has a little hitbox, but
Yeah, it
Herald
has a little
is
hitbox.
a really big hitbox.
Yeah, that's true. No, I don't know. Yeah, you could maybe add this
making
to
it
it.
a line shot.
I'm doing a show.
Yeah, line shot could also be cool. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It depends. I don't know. I haven't played it enough, but I'm just saying the ultimate feels strong and the free feels way too strong. Personally, I don't know.
Does the ultimate slow? I think also 50%.
Yeah, she slows 35.
Yeah.
I think.
She has two 50% slows. That's really obnoxious. Like Ao Kwang is already really strong because of the 50%
and then you have
slow,
the
but he
speed
only
up
has
as well.
one.
Speed up, and the speed up as well, and it's just like whatever. I'm just gonna YOLO you down right now. It's like GG.
She's the ultimate
really
backline destroyer.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't kite her.
I mean, she can dash right to the
nothing
back
can
line
escape her.
immediately, so.
Oh, she can just go, pop the ult, and run for the back line with her shield. Or for the front line, I mean.
Yeah, and if you
pop B to something like.
While we're on it, like,
it's too strong.
While we're on changing abilities, I don't know. I don't like the one. It feels so weird. I would like to have it actually. Like dash. You can you can like dash, then you can auto attack, and then you have a 2-second window to dash again.
Oh, this
you
would
have
be cool.
to force both dashes.
Yeah. Yeah, this would be
you
cool.
You have so much more room to actually
dashes.
play and make plays.
It would be cool, yeah, but it would be strong.
Like
so I don't know, make her more strong.
Yeah, of course, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true. It would be a cool feature. Yeah. I thought it works like this, and then I fucked up really hard.
Yeah, me too.
I dashed and then I auto-attacked
it like
fucked.
You can just make it like if you hit, you can only dash a second time if you hit your first dash on a minion or a god. If you miss it, if you just dash, you can't dash.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that would like only the dash at once is the first dash is not it's not far.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah. This would be cool.
Well, I guess that about wraps it up for Nemesis for us. Goodness. And what is that noise? It's back.
I don't know. It comes from NQ.
Yeah, it is.
Is it gone now?
No?
Yeah, it's still there.
It's still there. Huh.
It sounds obnoxious, man. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know what it is. It's like a ring. You're getting feedback or something from somewhere.
Yeah.
Is he muted?
Yeah. He's muted, I think, but it's... this is so fucking loud. Is it me? No, I don't think so.
Well, it can't be for me. I muted my microphone the whole time now.
I hear it as well. Is it from the software, you think?
I don't think so. I wonder if there's a way to tell. Well, if I mute you guys, it goes away.
I can mute myself.
Okay, then mute
try to only mute me.
Let's see. If I mute both of you, it goes away.
Should I mute NQ? Only NQ?
I can't. I don't think I can manually mute him. That is an odd thing.
I think you can mute yourself down there, NQ, on the bottom.
Yeah, with a little... Ken Lore.
Sound is so fucking obnoxious. Swear to God.
Yeah, anyway.
I just muted myself down. But
oh, man, like...
I don't know.
This fucking sound, I swear to God, NQ.
I wish I could tell where...
We'll put this guy on the show.
Me. It's
not
me.
Mute your microphone?
Okay.
Stopped when you turned your mic off, right when it was mid... Oh, it's back on. Now it's off. Back.
I was muted the whole time.
Okay, well that answers that question. This is just strange. Dr. GHD has a thought. He says he thinks it's the sound card because he has the same problem with his. NQ.
Okay, that's weird. I don't even have the problem on TeamSpeak or whatever, just here.
Interesting. Well, maybe if we talk and just keep talking, it won't happen? No? Maybe? Damn it. It's definitely coming from one of you, because if I turn down the volume on for you guys, it goes away. But it won't go away if I mute myself.
No, I can end the call and let you guys alone. It would be better. It's no use if it hurts your ears.
Although I'd want to figure this out at some point.
You have a stream ongoing. I guess I quit the call, and we'll see if it still works, or if it's still ongoing.
No, don't quit the call yet.
Maybe
Just
it's me.
mute your microphone down at the bottom of the call.
I did? Okay, I'll do it now.
Okay. No sound.
It's gone. It's gone.
See how long it stays gone.
Finally.
Just leave it muted for a minute.
Yeah.
And we'll talk for a minute. Make sure it doesn't start again. And then we'll unmute it and see what happens. So I guess I'll ask the next question for Sayo. So the other topic that I wanted to go over before we ended out the day was last week in the tournament, there was a game between Team Solomid and Torch. It was this lovely game that they were playing, and they TSM gets to. It's about 15 minutes on the timer, and Team Solomid just got the Gold Fury, and the game drops. Everybody gets kicked out, on the spot. And they started messaging me in the chat saying we got kicked out of the game. You know, the score was this, and so on and so forth, and all this other stuff, and we're like, oh, crap. So, me and the other admins start watching the stream intently, just so we can try and get the exact numbers right before it drops and find out maybe if we could get any hint as to why it dropped. But, so we're watching the stream, and it drops with Team Solomid has 12 kills, Torch has 5 kills. There's about a 4.5 to 5,000 gold difference, and nobody has any towers down. It's just kills and gold. There's no towers even really have any damage on them. I mean, they're all standing. They all look fine. It's just kills and gold. And I was sitting there. I was like, I had to call this a regame because no towers are down. It's just kills. It's 15 minutes in. It's not like it's a fire giant. It's not like they're taking phoenixes. Or even if one team had half their towers down, that would at least been a little bit more, deciding. Where it's 12 to 5, it seems as though it could be, you get one lucky team fight, and it could be 9 to 12, or it could be 17 to 5. Who knows? It's just
but the kills don't matter, With this gold lead, I think, I don't know. With the gold lead at this point, I have to say, I don't know, it's hard. It's hard to call. I guess it's fair to make a rematch, because it's so early in the game, right? But if you have a lead of 5k without taking a tower, without having a significant kill lead, to be honest, 7 kills is not a lot. 12 to 5 is not a lot. And kills don't give that much. So they had to be outlaning them in every single lane and beating them in jungle so hard, right? I didn't watch the game because we were preparing obviously for the losers match. I think yeah. So I don't know, I think they didn't even take the gold fury as far as I can remember. It went down right before that. And they had a 4k gold lead, right?
So there's a question of whether it counted or not. That was the question, because the gold fury went down.
Let's say it's a 5k gold lead, right? So it was 4.5, right? So if it would have went down, it would have been 6k. If not, it's still 4.5. So let's say 5k, right? Mm-hmm. So about a 5k gold lead at 15 minutes with no towers down. Seems to me like they were dominating really hard. Pulling this off is really hard, right? You have to win in every lane. You have to win the early game. You have to out-rotate them on every mid camp. You have to get the better kills. You have to get the more efficient kills. It's pretty dominating, actually, to be honest. I mean, sure, you can turn this around, right? One lucky team fight. But, if the game goes like this already, it's hard, But it was so early, I guess, so the call had to be made to remake, right?
Right. But the other reason I made it was
the game was over already.
Because we've seen much, much, much bigger swings in the tournament play.
Yeah, but you see them because of how late the game goes, right?
Yeah.
You would never be seeing this game. The next 15 to 20 minutes would have not swung in any direction towards Torch. No way. If they can hold out to minute 35, I would say, they can probably bring it back. But until this point, this gold lead, settles the game. Like the pace of the game would be TSM is dominating this game, right? They cannot take any engages, they cannot take any towers, they cannot contest any gold furies, nor can they contest their own buffs if they get invaded, right? So if TSM is smart, if TSM plays it good, they can just finish the game really quick, right? They make one good pickoff, they count the next gold fury, they time it, right? They have like then a 10k gold lead, maybe one tower, and then they have the fire champ pretty easy. If they try to contest, you outward them because you have more gold. Higher level, your support cannot rotate because it would get picked off, etc. You know, I don't think that this game would have ever swung in a like different direction. You can only come back if the enemy team either throws really hard or the game goes over minute 33, where the 6 items begin. That's how you turn around the game.
Fair enough. NQ, do you have an opinion? Try unmuting and see what happens.
Nope.
All right, we seem to be good.
Does
Continue.
it work?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I gotta disagree with that because for me, like, as long as the Titan is alive, the game is never over. There's always a way to come back, and there's, of course, you say it swings in one direction, okay, but we gotta understand that Torch, in my opinion, has the best teamfight in Europe at the moment. Like, their teamfight is so strong. So they just need like just a bad engagement from TSM because they have the lead. They think like they can do whatever they want. They just need to get a bit cocky, and you have a throw in 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
It just needs to be at a bad time when they try to get a pick and get counter engaged. Gold Fury response, they get the Gold Fury, they get the mid tower, and they start coming back from that. And they didn't even have a tower, so Torch still had map contention, while TSM they still had all the towers there. I mean, like what Proxy said is, okay, they had a lead and still all towers are up. So they can take all the towers and get even more gold from that.
Right.
That's true, but on the other hand, it gives Torch still the advantage on the map. I mean, not advantage, just...
Not disadvantage.
It doesn't put them behind. Yeah, it gives them no disadvantage also. It's just they have still the contestants from their own buffs. It's still not easy for TSM to take what they want, even though they have a lead.
With 5k
So
it
for
is.
me,
I don't know. 5k it is, I think. At this point. 5k gold lead, that's
per person.
3 levels.
It's not much.
In 15 minutes, 5k is a lot.
Yeah,
it's
but
a lot.
Still, I don't know.
Oh,
I mean,
without a
isn't
tower?
that like half an item? If everybody
What,
has an extra
5K?
1,000k?
5k in terms of experience means about, what would I say, maybe 1 level on the range AD or 2 levels, 2 or 3 levels on the support, 2 levels on the mid lane, 2 levels on the solo lane, and any pick off, any fight they would lose. Any. I don't think that Torch is the best team fights in Europe. I think by far they have really sloppy team fights from what we have scrimmed them and played them the last 8 weeks.
Yeah.
That's fired.
Really sloppy, actually.
No, not weeks.
No.
The last days.
Not like
the last days.
The best thing we ever, best thing Torch has, seriously, are rotations, are collapsing on objectives together. It's like no team does this so good than Torch. It's incredible, you know? And the only thing I think they lose is because of team fights. That's what we see, at least from what scrimming them. Like, if they would play like they would play early game against us, they would dominate, right? Like, they make so much crazy invades. They have so good rotations from the support. They have really crazy timing with mid camps. They have crazy timing on our buffs to invade all the time. But I think they fall behind in teamfights. I don't know. This is what I felt like, at least, you know, the past.
Yeah, lately.
But they work.
I gotta agree. Lately, from what I've seen on their scrims, their teamfight isn't that strong anymore. They just solo queue the teamfights. But it used to be really strong. It used to be one of the best. Maybe not now anymore, but it used to be.
Yeah.
Because it's just...
I think what they do so well is the collapsing.
Emilito just didn't care. He just jumped in to get a Bacchus ultimate on 5 people and die for it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter
I know,
because...
Bacchus, man. Yeah. When you get 5 people in a Bacchus ultimate, it's game over. Like, you know that they can't do anything. They have to pop beats and everything, and they just clean them up. That's true.
Yeah. And he dies for it, but he doesn't care because the team cleans up.
But they're talking about this, like Torch, TSM, us, and Team Q, like these 4 teams, you know, very equal, you know, like in terms of, like if one team has if one team has a significantly better day than all the other teams, they gotta win the tournament on Sunday. That's just how it's gonna go down, right? And yeah, like I think their weakness is a bit the team fighting. They have crazy good rotations and they collapse really well on you. Like they follow the calls, I feel like, what they make. Like they just commit to it, right? If they say tower dive, they will tower dive you, you know? There's not one guy that then waits and like says like, yeah, I don't know, like they just go for it, right? And this is really good. You need that, right? I just feel like they do it a bit in objectives and in terms of decision making. It's a bit behind team fights, but they are a really incredibly strong team. Like,
yeah,
I play against them.
One thing I quite enjoy about
it's
the one thing I enjoy about Europe is that it's every weekend you're not sure who's going to be in the top 4. I mean, you're pretty sure who's going to be in the top 4. You're definitely not going to be sure who's going to be in the top 2 because I mean, in the past 2 weeks we've seen 2 different teams swap out.
How it's going to be? Yeah, that's true. TSM lost the week before against Torch, dropped down to 3rd place. This week we got destroyed by NQ with the cheese invade in the beginning. We didn't expect. It was like fuck, and then we lost, and then I
mean, that was just like mind-blowing.
We were sloppy at the warding. It's like our bad. Like we suck, like if we don't ward our left side jungle and they can invade us, like it's our bad. We fucking suck for this, like no excuse. We just suck. They just outplayed us right there and won the game, right?
Yep.
Like we try to make it not happen anymore. We try to be better on the wording early on, etc. We learned our lesson and we go into next week, right? I mean, yeah. Yep. I don't know. Big Same with TSM. They lost against Torch because they just picked badly. Like they had no real bruiser. What did they have? Like what? I don't know. Neve. I can't even remember. Like Ep1, something like this. They had nothing to go on them, right? And Torch just stalled them and sieged them in towers, right? And they couldn't do anything against it. And they just, happened.
So back to the original question of the call on that. The other thing that I think a lot of people don't take into account is that I have to whatever call I make on the situation is going to be used as a precedent where it comes to future games. So if I go into next week and Cloud9 versus Team Q, it drops in 15 minutes. They're like, "Whoa, we had 4K gold lead. That was just 1K less than the last week. That's obviously our win, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's totally obvious." And so that's where you start getting into the dice rolls of, is this decision going to affect me in the future?
But to get back on this, like, I think your call was right. Like, right. I'm just saying that the game probably would have not swung back because you see so many comebacks, right? But I think your call was right on this. It was too early in the game to call something. There was no tower touch. I'm just saying the game would have probably not swung.
Probably not. I mean,
anymore. Just my personal opinion.
Apparently not because they still won. But even after during the regame, it's just one of the. I guess one of the other questions.
Torch, like they had a plan.
Is
pick the step mid. I don't know why.
What do you think we could maybe change? Because one thing I was a little concerned about was the fact that on a regame, they could possibly change up their active items based on the other team's team comp and how they're playing the team comp. And so,
that's a good thing.
That's something we need to.
Yeah, sure. A regame always gives you the losing team the advantage of being able to knowing that the enemy team, it's like a mental thing. The enemy team knows, like we had a really good start. If we don't have this start right now, things are getting a bit sloppy, they're gonna maybe rage a bit or do whatever, and okay, this went wrong, so we don't do this again the second game, right? And then they don't get it, and then, it's a whole different game. So a regame is always bad for the winning side, right?
Yeah.
In this case, it was the right call, I have to say so, but yeah.
I mean,
I just hope it doesn't happen too often.
Look at possibly discussing a rule change of on a regame you have to run with the same active items, or it's just a question of how would we record that on the administrative side, because once the game goes down, we lose all that information. So I guess theoretically we could probably.
I don't know if Harris is able to keep the game lobbies open, right?
Maybe.
As in, you just join back into this game, you can reopen this, or they can just like if they flag it, like Harris, like if they just flag it for the tournament games, right? That they get streamed, record, whatever, like a backup of this game, right? And then you just join back in, and then you just choose your god again or whatever, or you get automatically selected to your god, and you jump right back where it ended.
Yeah, so that would be the ideal situation. For them, good God, we'd never have to have a
obviously,
That'd be just well, here, but, you just join right back in, and it's just like everybody got disconnected. Join back in, it'll take a minute, and then it'll start. That'd be ideal. That's the kind of things that we're gonna have to be prepared for this for the upcoming $150K, possibly $200,000 tournament. Is if we're at the LAN event and some drunk asshole trips over a power cord and disconnects the servers, and all you guys are in the middle of games, we got to come up with quick decisions on who is all doing what and what we need to do. So that's stuff that you have to.
I think it's
plan
unlikely
for.
to happen, but
Yeah, I mean it's stuff
it's
that you have to be
unlikely
able to
happen,
plan
but
for
yeah, you have to
because
plan for it.
if that were to happen and we weren't prepared for it, then we are just assholes as the administration side of thing because we didn't have
it's
this
hard
plan.
to administrate shit. I know.
But the likeliness of that
Like
happening,
one side is always gonna be mad. That's just how it is.
yeah,
Like,
that's the
you have to deal with this. One side is always gonna be mad. If you make the call on me, and even though I know it's right, I'm gonna be mad at you. Sure, I'm gonna be mad. I want to win, but that's just how it is.
Just can't hold it against me personally. That's all. I just gotta do my job.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'm still mad that you disqualified us, dude.
Wait, when did I disqualify you guys?
Who? You?
Mortality.
Oh my god!
Yeah, this
You can't
noobs.
even
I heard
remember.
about them. I heard about this team.
Can't even remember.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now you told me it was mortality. Yes. You salty bastards.
Nah, it's just who's the admin from NA?
And
Blake.
Okay. Are you working with him together, or is he like doing it all alone on the NA?
We do each region ourselves.
Okay.
So
I was just wondering because
APC,
you see so many pauses during.
Go ahead.
Well, you see so many pauses during engagements or breaking rules in NA. It's just unbelievable how. I'm actually happy like that we just got disqualified because we broke the rule, we got disqualified. Okay, but in NA you see like I don't know, no one cares about rules in NA.
I don't know if
that's what it feels like for me. Nah.
Wow.
There's so many pauses during engagements. I don't know.
Shots fired.
Well, it's true.
I mean, like, okay, where it came to the mortality disqualifying on that one, that was one of those things that, oh my god, did I not want to do that? That was totally not. I just wanted to be like, just unpause and go and please make it go away. But one of the biggest like hitches to that whole thing was when the pause happened, Anher had just started his ultimate and he'd fired one of his shots. And then when it came out of pause, it didn't go off and it went on cooldown. I mean, that's, likely a bug because it shouldn't not fire again. But it's, it's one of those things that, holy shit, that could have really changed the tide of this battle because he would have finished shooting his ultimate and somebody could have taken a lot of extra damage and blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, it's a good rule, I would imagine, I'd have to say, because it's also gotten. Who did it get?
I think they won the fight. They won the fight anyway.
Yeah.
Because they were ahead on us, but it doesn't matter actually. It's just I paused the game. Like it was my first DDoS ever I experienced. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
I just heard people lagging out in TeamSpeak, so I just paused, and I didn't even know there's a fight ongoing. And yeah.
Yeah, that's
whatever
the problem.
happened.
Because I mean, that's the thing I have to take into account too. Is like you paused it and you're gone. Did he even know it was going on? But still, it was going on, even if you didn't know it. It's still a problem. I mean, what do you really do with that?
Yep.
And
still,
you just got
and
also, it sets the precedent too. Because if I didn't disqualify you for that, then if I didn't disqualify that team fight because that was like everybody was fighting,
the next team
then
comes
the next time anybody pauses during a team fight. They're like, holy crap, it's just 3 of us fighting. You didn't disqualify them, and it was everybody in the damn game.
I'm just saying, I died. Next week, I died during an engagement. Someone paused. And after that, I died because during the pause, it got unpaused without really saying us or waiting for us to notifying. And then I died because I couldn't get off my Aegis fast enough because of the pause. And nothing happened.
I hope you reported that.
We didn't.
You reported
no, we didn't. Like, I don't know.
See, I can't know about stuff that you guys don't tell me.
Well, it was on stream, and even DM Brandon said, "Oh, that's a pause in an engagement." But I don't know. I feel bad reporting it, so I didn't care. Whatever. They played better anyway at that time, so.
Because I mean, you also have to keep in mind as the admin, I have to try and watch the stream as well as talk to all the people on the TeamSpeak that are reporting games, complaining about this and that, and so either I'm watching the game or I'm talking to people, and it's hard to do both and catch everything. I can watch I would love to be able to watch all the games at the same time. That would be fantastic, but I do need you guys to report back to me and be like, I don't really think this was good, because then I'll be more than happy to have a look at it and make sure that no rules were broken.
I can't. I feel bad if I do that.
I did have to disqualify a team, 2 weeks ago? I think it was 2 weeks ago, against you guys, actually. Team Q. You remember that?
Really?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it was a stream game. They paused during the game.
They were so mad.
And it
They were
was
so mad on us.
forgot the team name.
What did you do?
I forgot the team name off the top of my head.
They paused during engagement.
Yeah, it was a.
Oh, and what did you just say before that? What do you feel about that? You feel bad? You said?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, hypocrite, fucking hypocrite, man.
But I didn't know this guy. That's why I didn't really feel bad.
Wow.
It was more funny.
Oh my god.
That's terrible. It's terrible. All right, well,
scene here.
in order to not run the show on forever, I want to open up the questions to the stream. If anybody in the stream has any quick questions, please do throw them out. We'll try and get to a couple of them real fast and then end the show in probably about 5-10 minutes. I wanted to keep this about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, preferably. Because we could talk for hours, I'm sure. And then we could also bore everyone else to tears. So we are going to be running this every Friday at 5 Eastern, which is, 11... Is that CET? Right, Sio?
What? Yeah, 11 CT. Yeah, 11 CT.
So it's 11 Central European Time.
Yeah.
Cool. Every Friday, I will be joined by Sio, and typically Zimpstar is supposed to be here, but he was unable to make it this week. And I'm also looking for 2 North American guys to join me. So if you happen to be that person or know somebody that you think should be on there, go and tell them that you should join.
Can you find anyone on a team?
Do what?
Didn't you find anyone from a competitive team? Didn't they want
Not
to?
yet.
Or?
I've been asking on the North American side. It's just they're very difficult to get in contact
You need
with.
to pay them like me.
Pay them?
Yeah.
It's a thought, too.
I don't know.
Well, that would require money.
Yeah.
I don't have money to pay them.
Just saying. Okay.
That would be ideal, though. I would love to be able to pay all the people on my show, because then it would...
Oh, I'd be here, no problem, man. Count me in. If I get paid, like I do this every day.
Well, I mean, the goal would be to make this show get its own sponsors, then the sponsors would send you guys money for being on the show.
Oh, okay.
So, all that good stuff. But, okay, so the question. What are the bans this week against Team Q? Let's see, we're going to ban...
The bans from us against Team Q?
Yep.
Yeah. It's a good question.
We're gonna ban.
I like this. I like this view.
Yeah, we gonna ban Nova for sure, and I think Hades is also very strong. I heard about NQ's Hades, and I'm like,
I thought so.
I'm not.
I thought so.
No. Yeah, Nova and Hades is gonna be our bans probably. Maybe we rethink that, but currently that's we got.
Nice.
I thought so.
Will you ban against us, NQ? No, wait, let me answer this. Vamana, Neve.
Just Vamana Raw.
Well.
Anything to get Exalia out of
the
Neve
ban
is just
all the time.
Neve is just the perfect ban. Like we found the perfect ban. Neve. Because
why is it perfect?
I don't mean to be rude, but we have you have the AD carry at C9 and the AD carry at TSM. If you watch streams, if you watch them, you never really see them outstanding hard. They just sit in lane and farm all day long. And what's the best ADC to farm all day long? It's Neve. So we just take it away.
No, you can farm all day long with any AD carry basically. Neve is just very good global presence.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's why.
Yeah.
And you guys probably trained much with her, so you can, and you have
we
this
actually
crazy
don't.
guy.
We actually don't. That's the thing. We don't practice with Neve. We just pick it sometimes because we're like, well, whatever.
Yeah.
Neve is open, so pick it.
She's a pretty safe
it's just
shot.
Strong
you have this crazy jungler who just dives, and Neve ultimate is just so good. It just synergizes with your jungler.
Yeah, Frostic is pretty crazy. That's true.
Yeah. So. What do you guys? Are you guys enjoying Frostyak now as your jungler? Is he really meshing into the team? Because I know he joined a couple weeks ago.
He joined a couple of weeks ago. That's true. Yeah. He's still very young. He's still very young. Frosty, as in he's like what, 16 right now. He can go, yeah, he can go. He just needs a guardian or something, right? So we figured this out. But he's very young, so he's not very talkative, right? So he's like more doing his own thing, and it's hard for a team if the jungler is doing this. But we are fixing all the problems. It's slow, but yeah, that's like he has a few flaws, of being too over aggressive. But I like the addition. He fits the team well in terms of style and everything. So yeah, I'm happy so far.
There's a question. Why do you think Apollo has fallen out of the meta? Why is he not picked or banned as much as he used to be?
Oh, he is in the meta at the moment. He's one of the best ADCs at the moment.
He's very, very strong. It's just depending on
like one of the reasons Cognitive in NA wins all the time is because of Apollo.
Yeah,
people don't ban Apollo against Barracuda. I don't understand why.
This is like the same thing we always talk about. Oh, well, Barracuda got Apollo again. Like, GG, It's like you just split pushes, you don't deal with it, they get everything on the map. You try to deal with it, he's gonna kill you one-on-one. You try to dive him, he's just gonna ult out, right? So he's so untouchable Apollo is really untouchable as an AD carry, I think, and that's the big problem. He's very, very strong, I think, yeah. He's not the strongest laner, but he gets to a point where he's undealable with. And the only way you can deal with it is hard engage on the rest of the team, that when he tries to split push, you just deicide them or just get 4 kills and like a fire chain off that, right? Mm-hmm. But other than that, it's hard to deal with.
So basically, you just make it either
Apollo
punish him
was
for
the
not
reason
being
why
there,
we won,
or kill him by being there.
Well, Apollo was the reason why we won against TSM in the finals. The first match. Like we forced the 2-man rotation into left lane and engaged, and then 5v3 on the tank. We killed the tank. We killed the team. Fire giant. And that
exactly like I said, you can't deal with him one-on-one, right? So they have to send 2 people at least. And then it's over. If your team gets caught then, or if they try to start objective on the opposite side of the map, like, what are you going to do? Are you just going to sit and wait, and they're just going to bait you, and they're just going to kite you around while you lose 2 turrets, or do you want to lose Fire Giant in the fight? Like, it's hard to deal with, really. I would just ban it, to be honest. If I know someone is likely to play Apollo, I just ban it.
Okay.
Very strong.
Barracuda will play him. On this new homepage, you can see he's played like 90% of the time.
Yeah, I know, and they don't ban it. I don't understand it. I don't understand why they don't understand it's a big problem.
Because in NA, they more hype ban instead of respect ban. You see the bans that are just normal bans. In EU, we take time. We study the enemies and respect ban their bans. In NA,
sure, if
I
you
don't
give
really
something
see much respect bans.
Yeah, like if you give people confident champions, like Tyr on NQ, for example, very confident champion on him. He plays him extremely well, and we just even though we would give Tyr to another team, if we give Tyr to another team, we're fine with it, right? But against Team Q, we're just like he plays him so good and so much, we just don't give it to him, Even though Tyr is generally not a ban, right? So because he could just turn the game, he could win the solo lane really hard, out-rotate everyone, and just beat us with Tyr solo, right? So we just ban it. Why not? Get off the comfortable champions from someone, and then
I'm really bad with him.
Okay, I give you the chance to play it this weekend, and then you don't play it. Promise? Freak.
That's what I thought. All right. So, I guess I'll ask the last question that I have for you guys, and then we'll wrap it up and say our goodbyes and see y'all next week. In the 100K, I'm going to ask you this from now until we get there, because one thing I do want to do is I want to run a live State of Smite from the 100K tournament when we're there. So that'll be fun to be able to actually sit down with these assholes and hand the microphones and be like, talk. Then we can actually get in a fight when they start yelling at each other and say, no, NA's best, no, EU's best. So I want to know your opinion. Who's going to win the 100K? Is it going to be a North American team or a European team? And why? So,
right now,
Sayo, go first because you were second. I've lost count. Anyway, go ahead.
What you want to say? Is it a North American team or a European team, or do you want to say a specific team?
You can just go with North America or Europe right now. I like to start these kind of controversies.
Hard to pick. I don't know. I haven't scrimmed NA teams recently. Mm-hmm. I do not know how strong they are. I know how strong EU teams are. And I think that Cognitive is extremely powerful currently. I think Dignitas as well. Same as like, what are they called here? Team Smite.
Yeah.
As well, extremely strong. And the fourth place is like what, Clash and Slash and Denial.
Yep.
I don't have too much insight, so I cannot really tell. So I don't have an opinion on that. I just go there to try to win, right? And I say North America wins it.
Okay.
Just so say something,
Do you guys, I guess kind of the both of you, and then we'll let NQ answer the question, was do you come the 100K, are you guys going to start trying to scrim the North American teams a little bit more, or do you think you're going to try and practice, or just...
if we get the chance to play from there, actually, I'd love to scrim the NA teams right away. We would scrim the team, obviously, that is not in our bracket in the beginning, and try to get practice in and see what they pick, see how they play. And, it's different from watching someone play and actually playing someone, because there's a lot of stuff going on. So,
yep.
I would actually prefer to scrim them on the same ping, right? So it's under fair circumstances. So we never had the chance to. So I'm really hyped for the 100K tournament, and the best team will win, I guess.
All right, NQ. Hopefully you guys will be there. What do you think? Who do you think is going to take it? EU, NA, and are you going to practice prior to that?
At the moment, I'd say EU because we know more of NA than NA knows of EU. Because from my perspective of EU, NA doesn't really care about EU. They're just, okay, whatever, we're better anyway. So they don't really care about like watching tournaments or whatever. You see them streaming all the time and playing ranked, while we actually watch the NA tournaments. We already begin to study the teams, see their bans, see their picks. I think the only problem the biggest problem is still Cock, because Barracuda, he watches the NA tournament, he watches the EU tournament, so he knows what's up in EU. I think that's the biggest point, not because of the skill, just because of the knowledge.
Yeah. Whoever studied their opponent the most, it's the question of who's been watching both tournaments all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, I also try to watch the NA tournament, obviously, as much as I can,
Yeah. Without sacrificing your entire amount of free time.
Solo queue practice. What free time? What are you talking about, man?
Yeah, free time.
I have no free time anymore since I don't know. No free time given. For 150K, like, you gotta sacrifice free time, believe me.
Nice. So, you guys enjoying being with Cloud9?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Czech, our manager, is a great guy. Shout out to Czech. He's very, like, he has the mentality of winning, and we kind of, like, we get along really well. He takes care of us, in terms of gear, in terms of, like, do we have everything we need, does someone have a bad PC, like, all this stuff, a team manager should take care of, he takes care of, and I really like it. All the people working with C9, regardless if they're from HyperX right now, or if they are like within C9, right? They're all really nice people, and they, like, if you need something, you will get it, right? And I think that's great support, so I'm really happy.
That's awesome. So
what's
I know
this Aurora
NQ,
you have in your name now?
I know NQ can't say anything yet, but I hear there are good things on the horizon.
Oh, sure you can. Thank you. Sure, thank you.
No, I can't say anything.
Yep.
Nope.
I would like to know, man.
But Pryor, what's the Aurora in your? I know, like,
that's the name. I think the art department, they get like what? They picked up us, right? Smite team, European team, and they picked up a European Challenger team in League of Legends and a North American Challenger team in League of Legends. That's 3 teams, and then they still have the old NA team in the LCS, right? Cloud9 HyperX. And every team was called Cloud9 HyperX, so people started to, like, what the fuck, like, and so they decided on giving everyone name. It's like Tempest for the NA Challenger, Eclipse for the EU Challenger, and Aurora for the Smite team, and the normal Cloud9 HyperX for their old current team that is standing in the NA LCS.
The original. You guys are the originals, and everybody else is the variations of that.
It's a copy. Yeah.
Well, that works. All right, well, I want to let you guys have your shout-outs, and then we'll go ahead and go. NQ, you go first, since Sayo had that little spiel. Do you want to have anything you want to shout out or talk about before you go? Or before we go?
Let Sayo begin. I have to think.
Okay, Sayo.
Okay, obviously, shout-outs to my team, all my team members. Amazing. Really great people. shout outs to Jack at the end, our team manager, also to all the staff that's working with C9, and obviously shout out to the sponsors, HyperX, Alienware, LOL Class, Logitech, G-Series, Homejoy, and Crunchyroll. Oh, I got it right. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
calm down.
We're gonna have to make these things. We're gonna have to figure out a way to make these things shorter.
All the sponsors,
sometime.
obviously.
Once I get 4, if I get 4 guys from sponsored teams and they all start racking off their sponsors, it's gonna take us 10 minutes to get out of here because it's gonna be like this guy and this guy and this guy and this guy and this guy. I have to give you a damn. I'm just gonna give a scrolling sponsor list. That's what I'll do.
Shoutouts. Oh yeah, that'd be amazing. Just put it on the stream.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's something I plan to do.
Thanks to everyone else as well. And yeah, you could do that. I mean, yeah. So yeah.
All right, NQ, you thought of anything yet?
A sponsor.
Shout out to everyone who's watching.
I agree.
I don't know.
You should also shout out to Proxy.
Not even to your team, man. Yeah.
What?
Not to your team.
Shout out to Proxy, man.
Screw your team.
No, I don't like them. Yeah, screw them. They feed in casuals. Like, I don't like them. How can they feed in casuals?
I don't know. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, I would like to say thank you all for joining us for this very first episode. We didn't really advertise it a whole lot because we wanted to give it like a dry run, make sure everything ran well. Now I know something I need to look at is that funny ringing noise. I didn't run into it the last time I tried it with I had like 5 other people we were playing around with this on. So
it's his headset. I think
I'm pretty sure it's something with NQ's, something that NQ has, whether it's his headset or it's sound card or something didn't mesh well. So we'll figure that out, make sure it doesn't happen again. Other than that, shout out to all of you awesome viewers who are watching because you watched. So we will be back next Friday. Don't forget to follow all of these guys at their various Twitches and Twitters and Facebooks, which I'm sure are similar to the same thing they have here. And we will see you all next week. Thank you all for joining us. That's it for us. I guess I'll outro with our intro.